uh, coming in at this point in time. More than 50 British parliamentarians have written to the UK government expressing concern over the situation in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir, citing reports of a continued lockdown, communication blackout, arrest and rising tensions in the region. Imran Hussain, chair of the All-Party Parliamentary Group on Kashmir, has said that the letter to Foreign Secretary has garnered support from over 50 MPs and peers. The lawmakers, in fact, have urged the UK government to use all appropriate diplomatic channels to encourage de-escalation. Let's go across to my colleague Ankit, who is joining us live right now for more on this. Ankit, can you help us understand how is the situation right now in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir? Which are the specific regions that are witnessing protests? And also now the latest is that British MPs have now written to UK government on this issue.
Yes, absolutely. There is a massive outrage and the protest which has interrupted across the Pakistan-occupied Kashmir, whether it is Mirpur or Bimbar, Rawalakot, Muzaffarabad, and the other parts like Neelam Valley also. Neelam Valley also is witnessing a massive protest against the Pakistani government, Pakistani army. We have seen in UK also how the Pakistan-occupied Kashmir people have protest against the Pakistan. They have chanted Pakistan Murdabad, Pakistani media Murdabad and Pakistani army Murdabad outside the Pakistani embassy in UK. What we are learning is that there has been tear gas shells firing, open firing on the people of Pakistan occupied Kashmir, which clearly shows that human rights violations in POK. What we are learning is that more than 30 people have been died. 200 of them are being injured due to the open firing on the people which were on the roads against the Pakistani government and the Pak Rangers and Pakistani army. This clearly shows that how human rights are being violated in Pakistan occupied Kashmir. They were demanding for the electricity which was generated in Pakistan occupied Kashmir. They were demanding for the subsidy in that, not only in electricity, water, rice, wheat. There is a massive inflation in Pakistan occupied Kashmir. The MPs from the UK have written a letter. There are more than 40 MPs.
Ankit, I'm just interrupting you there, requesting you please stay on with us. We have retired Major General Rajan Kochar joining us on the broadcast this afternoon. Good afternoon, sir. Thank you for speaking with us here on Times Now. Your first thought on what we are witnessing in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir, the protests that are currently underway. In fact, they are intensifying almost on a daily basis against Shehbaz Sharif and Munir.
If you've been observing, this is not the first time the protests have taken place in Pak-occupied Kashmir, because this has been a regular occurrence there, and the police as well as the military, both authorities are trying to subdue the dissent of the people there, because look at the way that state is being governed by the government of Pakistan. There is hardly any regional representation and regional power given to the people of POK, and everything is controlled from Islamabad. The Punjabi hold is very, very strong in this area, because remember, this area has got a lot of potential of minerals, and a large number of contracts are actually awarded to these people, these Punjabis, who get all those lucrative contracts in this place. And there is a large unemployment also. Poverty is on the rise. Basic amenities are not there. There are power cuts, electricity and water both. And if you see the comparison of the rate per unit of electricity, if you see POK and if you see the other states of Pakistan,
Right.
you will see everything is very, very expensive here. So people are sensing that they are being differentiated from
Right.
the rest of Pakistan, and that is why these protests are taking place.
All right, so thank you very much for speaking with us here on Times Now and sharing with us your perspective. And viewers, we have some more breaking inputs coming in, as my colleague Ankit also told us just a short while ago that 30 people have been killed. Pak is on boil, specifically Pakistan-occupied Kashmir, and 30 people have been killed as tensions escalate. Shehbaz Sharif and his army clearly crushing the dissenters, and question is being asked, is there no democracy in Munir's Pakistan? Let me go back to my colleague Ankit, who continues to be with us at this point in time. Ankit, you told us that 30 people have lost their life in these protests.
Yes, absolutely. 30 people have lost their life. More than 200 people have been injured. The trigger point is the Ravla court, where from this protest started. We have seen how Pakistani Rangers and the Pakistani army opens fire on the protesters who were staging protests against the Pak government. And we have seen in the UK also the visuals are coming where outside the Pakistani embassy there was a massive protest, and they were chanting against the Pakistani government, Pakistani media for not reporting the actual ground report from Pakistan-occupied Kashmir and the Pakistani army. This clearly shows that how Pakistan-occupied Kashmir people are very angry with the current government, whether it is the Pakistan-occupied Kashmir government or the Islamabad. This clearly shows that there is a massive
Right, Ankit, interrupting you once again, please stay on with us. We have retired Major Samar Paltur joining us on the broadcast. Good afternoon, sir. Thank you for speaking with us here on Times Now. Your first thoughts on the visuals we are getting from Pakistan-occupied Kashmir, the protests that are intensifying, and also now about 50 British MPs have written to UK Parliament on this particular issue.
Well, you see, this is something which was, it was waiting to erupt, and it is mainly because of the Awami Committee and the 12 seats that are there for the refugees, the allotment of the seats. So probably with the number of years that have gone by and the lack of development and, the discrimination and lack of facilities, basically, the basic needs, like medical facilities. Anybody getting ill, they have to go through checkpoints, they have to seek permissions. Only then they get to reach Islamabad and go to a reputed hospital. They do not have electricity during day. And moreover, their industry is not there. And with the inflation and the fuel prices going up and restriction on fuel, there is no movement anymore. The tourism sector has taken a hit over there. So basically, Pakistan has nothing to offer. Secondly, it is Azad Kashmir. What is the definition of Azad Kashmir? If it is so-called Azad Kashmir, it should be free from the Pakistan army. What is it why is the Pakistan army present there? Why are the Rangers present there? There are reports that the POJK police has been arguing and confronting the Rangers to not act to violence. It is the Rangers who will be opening fire at the crowds. The police was trying to do the damage control. But eventually, sadly, the police is also hand in glove, and there have been deaths. There have been undeclared figures. The Pakistan media claims just 17 fatalities, whereas the actual figures are actually much higher.
Right.
There has been internet blackout. So I think it's just a matter of time. Slowly and steadily, the truth will come out, the videos will come out, and it is a similar pattern to how they massacred Tehreek-e-Ladakh party members. How they were massacred in Punjab. This is exactly now what they're going to do over here.
Right.
And it is time that the human rights, the NGOs and the United Nations and the human rights bodies, where are they sleeping now? Where are they? That is my big question.
Yes.
That when anything happened in Kashmir, they were the first ones to reach the spot. But now that all this is going on, I do not see any Western media pointing this issue out.
Right.
I do not see the presence of any Western media and POJK.
Right.
So I feel sad with the double standards that the Americans and the West are having with the
Right.
Pakistan military establishment.
That's a pertinent point you have raised, Major Samar Paltur. Appreciate you speaking with us here on Times Now and sharing with us your perspective. Let me also get in a word from retired Major General A.K. Sivachu, who's also live with us on the broadcast. Good afternoon, sir. Thank you for speaking with us here on Times Now. If you heard what Major Samar Paltur had to say, I mean, it's a pertinent point because what we are witnessing right now is, quite dramatic. The kind of visuals that are coming in, stones being pelted, the people who are raising their voice against what's really happening with them, who are on the streets, they are being targeted, they are being fired upon.
As far as the POJK and Gilgit-Baltistan is concerned, it has been illegally occupied by Pakistan since 1947, and they have been considered as a second-class citizen. There are no human rights which have been followed in POJK, both in Gilgit-Baltistan. The people are now fed up with the administration. There is huge corruption. Administration is totally, you can say, not existing there. Today, the people are on the streets in Muzaffarabad, Mirpur, Jangat, Dadrial, Bagh, Kotli, and also Pakistan Punch. People are doing chakka jam and shutter down. The slogans are, ये जो वर्दी है, ये जो दहशतगर्दी है, इसके पीछे वर्दी है. People don't want to stay in Pakistan. They want to join India. The reason is simple, because, that the progress which Indian Jammu and Kashmir has made has shown them that where they are and where India, Jammu and Kashmir is there. So now they have realized that the Pakistan administration has been always fooling them, and they have been generally been ignored by the Pakistan administration. Right. Remember the main river, which is Neelam Nadi, which is a main river as far as Gilgit-Baltistan and POJK is concerned. It is diverted toward Punjab. The second issue, the other is Mangala Dam, where the electricity is produced. First it goes to Punjab, then come back to POJK, and with almost 10 times the rate. So there is a political instability, economic crisis, and terrorism increasing manifold. There are chances of Pakistan breaking into four. Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, then Balochistan, Sindh, and Punjab, POJK and Gilgit-Baltistan will join India.
All right. Thank you very much, sir, for speaking with us here on Times Now and sharing with us your perspective.